we're back. We are the gift that keeps on giving, aren't we, gentlemen?
We are the Jelly of the Month Club.
That's right. Or like, what is it?
I'm not saying nothing funny yet because I got to think of something to say. But it's good to be here. It's good to do this. And
anyway, I'm Gary. Cutting into my segment here. Jesus, the only thing I get out of you two. Jeez. Anyway, I'm Gary or Fat Albert, depending on which way you look at it. And
but why would you say that? Because you've been eating the whole time, or what?
No. Hey. We've been through this. It's a little thing.
It's a bit, Bubba.
That's Cable.
Hey guys,
Mr. Brewer over there.
Yeah, Mr. Brewer. Yeah, he's disorganized, perplexed. It's been a crazy week. We just did our limited edition, and I got throat punched and kicked down the steps because I messed that up because I can't multitask anymore. But we're going to be online. I'm going to be focused about what we're going to talk about tonight.
Well, let me just say this, Bubba. You make it sound pretty bad, but you brought it on yourself.
I know.
That's all
you made things fun. I told you're always going to be entertaining.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we're back. This is unscripted this time, not limited edition. This is unscripted. Uncut, uncensored, unscripted. So we're going to take a deep dive here because we missed a couple weeks with the Book of Boba Fett. And we'd also like to start, talking about Peacemaker, at least episode 1, because I'm behind on that. But we'll get into that. And then hopefully...
Well, we've been actually busy. We've been busy doing other shows in the whole brand that we're trying to do. So
yeah, we're not slacking or anything.
No. Oh, my God, no.
No, we went through an entire mega cast.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, me and Bubba aren't slacking. Maybe Cable, because he didn't do that Moon Knight trailer we wanted to, do.
I was stuck in a snowstorm away from my capabilities to do reactions.
Well, we're going to bail you out, and we're going to talk about it tonight. How about that?
But sounds good. You did do your Alpha Flight and your 2021 action review. So those are spectacular. And like I said before, and I'm going to say it all the time, anybody out there that's listening to the Triple B Experience that has MCU figures, any type of wrestling figures, or now Power Ranger figures, send them down to Cable. He'll put them up in his showcase room.
Always accepting.
There
you go.
That's right. We're the gift that keeps on giving, and Cable's also always accepting. So
yeah, I'm the mooch.
So much love all around. Anyway. So holidays are over. You know what that means? We are back on the clock. So, gentlemen, let's go.
45
minutes.
Ready for that.
Talk about some good stuff here.
Okay.
Let's start with Boba Fett. We talked about 1 and 2. So let's get into chapter 3. So it's called The Street of Maz Espis. So right off the bat, guys, I didn't love this episode. I didn't love it at all. It was only 38 minutes long, which I was like, what? Like, and then I think the one that came out today was like back to an hour. Like, it's so like there's no consistency with episodes. At least the runtime on them. But anyway, to get back into the Streets of Maz Espis, one thing that stands out to me is the biker gang.
You didn't like it, did you?
No, I hated it. I hated every second of it. I don't like the nice shiny looking scooters that they're riding around on. Didn't particularly love the look of the gang in general.
No, they don't look bad.
No, they the girl that, I guess the main character.
I'm guessing that too.
Of them. Looks like a modern day emo girl. Joan Jett. Something. Yeah, just not. Yeah. It just doesn't look like Star Wars to me. So that is a complaint of mine. A little hard for me to get over. Again, in the inconsistency of run times. And initially when this came out, I heard this was only going to be a couple episodes. Somehow, some way, we're going to get 8, 6, 8, 7.
I looked before
7.
We were on break. 7 to make sure.
Okay, thank you.
I
7, which is a weird number of episodes. They could have did 6 and made one a little bit longer. I don't know, but the inconsistency is really getting to me. In this episode in particular, the biker gang's really just getting to me. And I started to notice that seems like kind of taking a little bit of a deep dive here for me. Like we mentioned in the limited edition, we were talking about the IMDb with all our Marvel movies. This one might be a little bit it might be more accurate. It's only 6.5 out of 10.
Well, it was a little slow for me.
Yeah,
and the biker gang, I had to look because I always do the Easter eggs and I always do that. The biker gang with the different colors is a nod to Lucas's American Graffiti.
Yes. Yeah.
But other than that, they should have just made it. They're too colorful in the.
We didn't need a nod to George Lucas's American Graffiti.
And wasn't the biker gang in one of the animated series? Wasn't?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
I feel like they were. Sure. Maybe I could be wrong. So I thought that's maybe where they came from. But yeah, what you just said, Bubs, makes sense. But again, they just didn't seem like they fit in.
They just don't seem badass. If he's going to hook up with, and he got him working for him now.
Yeah.
But they just don't see. I guess when they have a massive amounts, they could take down somebody. But they're definitely not your typical biker gang or like ruffians. They do not seem ruffians, even though they're all like cyborgs because they're all like got parts to them.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of this episode either. I did like parts of it a lot. Like there were a few things that happened in this episode that I really liked, but overall, I wasn't a big fan of it. Same thing you guys are saying. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. I guess
that's the only part that to me that didn't make it feel like Star Wars. To me, it feels like Star Wars except for the colorful scooter bikes.
Yeah,
that doesn't feel like it. And with the Mandalorian, they introduced this new technology, a new way of filming that is incredible. And Boba Fett's been pretty good so far too, until you got to the race at the end. And like I just said on limited edition, I always say I hate, especially. We're in 2022 now, but this was filmed in 2021. I hate bad effects in modern movies and TV. And the chase scene looked like shit. It looked like something from the prequel trilogy. Like that looked like effects from 2 decades ago, and I couldn't get into it. I didn't like that. Didn't like the design of the bikes as much as I collect Power Rangers figures. I want Power Rangers and Power Rangers, not in Star Wars. So yeah, I wasn't big on it. I liked when he found the camp of Tusken Raiders, decimated. Like that was good. I like that he got the Rancor. Did I butcher that?
It was quick.
Yeah, but it had good parts to it. But
they got
overall,
they got wiped out very quickly. So that's all you saw.
Well, I'm all right with that because I'm over the storyline with him and the Tusken Raiders too, which I'm in the minority there.
No, because
it's boring to me. I don't.
I liked the aspect that he was helping them and earn their respect, and in return,
I liked it. I liked it, but I don't need to see episode after episode of it. But that's my taste.
Well, that's how that's why he's changing a little bit because he lived with them for a brief moment to get their ways, and you'll see in the later episodes why, because they just wiped them out very, very quickly. Like I thought that a couple of those Raiders were actually going to be something when that one was jumping from the train there, but they just got decimated very, very quickly by that biker gang, which just is there should have been just a little bit more, or actually seeing the battle would have been good too.
Yeah,
well, I think it kind of echoes in the original when Luke goes back to the farm and his aunt and uncle are killed, and you don't see that happen. You just see him discover it. So I think it echoes that. But for my own.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was just putting wrapping that up, that for my own personal taste, like I get the story with him and the Raiders and I like it, but I don't need to see any more of it after that. It was enough for me in the first 2, but that's all.
What'd you guys think of the Rancor keeper?
Awesome.
Familiar face, right?
Yeah. Well,
cool.
The director, Robert Rodriguez, he works with him a lot. He did the Machete movie and everything. So I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I didn't think of it, but when I saw him and then I saw the credits, I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Now he's in Star Wars lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about what he said after Boba left? Remember what he said? The Rancor was upset. He said he'll be back, right? Do you feel that he was implying that, hey, like giving him comfort? Hey, he'll be back, or hey, he'll be back. Why don't you like bite his effing head off, type of thing? I don't know. Just the way he said it kind of made me feel like the latter. But
yeah, it was a little ominous.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird segment. Interesting.
Yeah, and then another part that I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. What do you think of the fight scene between him and the Wookiee bounty hunter? Did it live up to what you thought it would?
Bob, I'm going to let you answer that.
Well, I'm going to say no, but he got in. Now, Black Carsantan, if I'm pronouncing correctly.
I believe that's how it's pronounced.
I didn't even try.
But you got all these scooter guys that the water gentleman, the water businessman, thought Boba Fett was gonna actually take care of these young cyborg scooter guys, but that wasn't the case, and he brought him into his fold. But the Wookiee just walks right in. He's in the bank the tank because he's getting messed. He's trying to get healthier, and he just reaches right in there and beats the living shit out of Boba Fett. But then all of a sudden, like, where's the guards? Like, you're gonna let a crime lord sit in that without any protection? Unless Black Carsantan came in and just wiped everybody, beat the living crap out of him, and almost was very, very close to killing Boba, which wasn't the case. And then you had all these bikers come in, and they had some kind of a lasso, and I mean, they were. It took a lot of people to subdue him.
I don't know if you guys feel this way also, but the fight scenes involving Boba Fett don't seem to be very good. And I don't know if it's because of the age of the actor.
I don't think he's a very great actor, to be honest with you.
He doesn't have to say that much, though, because he's Boba Fett. Boba Fett doesn't have to talk a lot. But also, too, he's going to be playing dual roles because he's going to be playing Rex.
Yeah.
In another series. And Rob, I can't wait till he starts riding the Rancor through the town. And Boba needs to have his guards when he's in the bank attack. Yeah, I agree with that, Rob. I totally agree.
Yep. Yeah, I was a little let down with the fight, and I haven't. When I think of Boba Fett, I think of him as legit badass, to quote another podcast. And maybe he's past his prime now, or whatever the deal is, or maybe it's just limitations by the actor, and they want to use the actual actor. But
I'm going to disagree because Boba's got to have a blaster and some kind of his armor and his weaponry. He's probably not a great hands to hands. He's going to kill you because he's a bounty hunter. So
like Mav said in the first episode, that fight scene was pretty not great. Bad. Also,
he wasn't.
But maybe that was intentional. Maybe it's supposed to be like. I really like your theory of maybe he was set up, with them putting all the credits in his helmet, and that slowed him down and everything. But yeah, so I was a little let down with that fight. It was cool in that idea, and he's a great character and everything. But yeah, I wasn't over the moon about that episode.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, Bubba, you alluded earlier when we were talking about, I think either one or two. He doesn't have anybody. He doesn't have, a gang of anybody. Well, now he has the biker gang, the shiny biker gang.
Well, that's more for recon. That's more for recon. That's more for surveillance and recon to get information, to get like people out. I don't think the people are going to fight like super, super duper fight. And they did subdue, the Wookiee in the lair, but still there was a lot of them. So we'll see in the upcoming episodes, but
yeah, I hate that I can't think of the actor's name, but another actor that was cool to see pop up was the water, hoarder,
the dude from the Office,
Stephen Root,
Office Space, the stapler guy and dodgeball and everything. That was cool to see him pop up. And that was one of the things I liked about the episode, was that he took the biker side instead of his, so the entire episode wasn't a wash, but it had probably more outstanding negatives than positives.
I got one more. Rob did say in Boba's defense, he has been healing since he crawled out of the Sarlacc pit. It fucked him up. He just reached his full, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could. Do you have anything more to say about this episode? Chapter 3.
Before Chapter 3, the Jabba twins, the graphics are good, but they're still diabolical because they're Jabbas. And then they just gave them Black Carsantan, and they don't want nothing to do with them, and they're getting ready to get out.
Well,
so they're
and Boba released them.
Yeah.
Then we find him again here in this episode that came out today, which we might as well just go into that now. So the Gathering Storm, which is Chapter 4, which was released today. So far, with a day's views, it's an 8 it's just 8 out of 10 actually.
Well, it was pretty good, real good.
So I mean, it was better. I still, like I said, I don't know. I still think, I don't know, guys.
What aren't you?
Can I take a guess at it? Something you didn't like there? The mod palace or whatever they call it, when he took his sidekick, that I'm not gonna remember her name either, Ming-Na Wen's character. Yeah, when he took her, that did not feel like Star Wars either. When he's repairing her, like
yes, yeah, that was a little weird. The guy that was working on her reminded me of the guys that were in the biker gang.
He's some kind of rapper or something.
He is.
I wouldn't know him.
But in the Mandalorian, season 2 of the Mandalorian, she shows you the insides of her stuff. So they had to get that's how she got. So
I like that they touched on that. Like I do, I like that we see it and everything and how he found her, but just the way they made that, they filmed that scene and stuff. It was the biker gang all over again. It just didn't feel like Star Wars.
It was some of those biker gang members are probably under his fold now because that's the first time he's seen him, but he didn't really pay attention to anybody because he really didn't care.
Yeah.
So because he needed help. He knew who she was. He already knew who she was. So
I mean, it was interesting to see how those two kind of came about. The dialogue between the two was actually not bad. I thought that they're kind of both smart asses.
Yeah.
But I think the rapper you're alluding to is Thundercat.
Yes,
he's as the modifier. This is what he's
Thundercat. I thought he played the Thundercat like in the cartoon I didn't know the rapper, so
I did not either. So,
but I liked how he had to go to Bib Fortuna's Jabba's lair.
Yeah.
Scattered that, looking for too many people. So that's when he found her. And he got her repaired up. Then he went back. Then she had this thing, some kind of new tech pulled out of her gun. And then it goes right into the kitchen of Jabba to see more layers of Jabba besides the one layer in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Well, that's why they all get fat, is because they have those chefs.
Well, and the cool thing is,
I wish I had one of those.
Yeah. Well, the one robot called for the rat catcher. And that was cool. That fucking little robot catches the rats.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and you got to see how they did that, and then they went to had to take Slave 1 and get it out of there.
Yeah. So which was a cool dynamic. Yeah.
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 So I did like that. Still, like I said, I don't know. There was just something about it I didn't absolutely look. This one was actually directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, which I really like her. I like her a lot.
Well, Tammy told me, she's like, how are they getting this ship out? I go, Tammy, the door's going to open. That's how they got it in there. And it's been there since Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been moved.
Or at least that's so we think. Yeah.
Well, Chef
yeah.
Grievous. Rob calls it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
The part was cool when they went back to the Sarlacc pit too.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was good. There was more to like in this episode for my taste and everything. Like I like you said, it was a step in the right direction from the last one, but it's not Mandalorian quality for sure.
No.
Well, it's different, and he's he's a softer, back to the Tusken Raiders, he's a softer Boba Fett because he lived with those people. But when he got the Slave One and he look, he killed every single one of those bikers. Like, if that ain't badass Boba Fett, like badass, you don't see that. I mean, you actually seen a scene in Star Wars, like some scenes you don't see, like you don't see the Raiders destroying people, or you see people killing, Luke and Luke's aunt and uncle. You don't see that shit. You see the after effects and all the Jawas getting killed. This one here, you saw all those bikers getting wiped the fuck out.
Yeah.
And he didn't mess around at all. He was eating popcorn and killing people.
Yeah, I think it went up a little bit in this episode. I'm still just really curious where they're going with this.
I know where they're going.
They have to really, to me, I'm even going to say it. I think to save this, they really need to do something big.
Oh, they are. They're going to war. And they're going to war because it mirrors, because when he was out in the desert and he saw the Mandalorian ship and the Mandalorian sound on the thing, and at the end there, when they're sitting on top of out in the porch of the patio of their palace, they need people. They have enough money. Boba Fett said he has enough money, but now they need guns. They need hired guns. And then all of a sudden, at the end, the Mandalorian's theme song come on, and that's where he's going. He's gonna have to hire Mando and all those guys, and Bo-Katan and all those guys to come in and take over and beat the Pike. The Pike are gonna run rampant, and one of those crime bosses is gonna turn on Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a given, and he knows that's going to happen. But he gave him a decree to have a sit down, and he's trying to be more diplomatic because he's learning a little bit from he said it's more than just an individual; it's about a tribe, and that's when he was with the Raiders, made him be more of tribal and having more people surrounding him than just by himself.
He's making an offer they can't refuse.
And he's got
the heads of the 5 families together.
Yeah, well, the dog face, the walrus face. And you're going to see a whole bunch of old Return of the Jedi, old bounty hunters coming back to be under him.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I liked when the Rancor's claws came up through the grate, too.
They knew they were going to get fed, so they had to shut up.
Yeah,
that could happen,
cool.
too.
Yeah,
that could happen, too.
Which I kind of predicted. I think we all did, that Mandalorian has to be in this in some capacity at some point.
I believe he's coming probably next episode, or somewhat at the end of episode 5, because Boba Fett helped him out. It's just a matter of its payback,
right? Yeah,
and that was they were bringing Mandalorian into this anyway. Even though when I read stuff about the Book of Boba Fett, so it was like it's like season 2.5 of the Mandalorian.
And I think we might end up seeing Boba continued in the Mandalorian as well, as that story gets unfolded. I don't know why the hell that's going to take so long, but yeah, they filmed him at the same time.
And a couple of the guys, the one guy who's sitting at the table was the Mandalorian stunt double, and then Rodriguez was one of the both of them were crime bosses sitting at the table. So they use people at the same time because they're already there.
Right.
So
makes sense.
And the only reason why I know those people is because I watch the Easter egg stuff after. It's not like I have great knowledge, which I do. I think I do. But I still have to watch the stuff after that. So
yeah, which I didn't get a chance to today. But yeah, sometimes it takes me a little bit to digest and maybe watch it a couple times. I only got a chance to watch it
today
this morning
because I was off today. But I also like, now you guys, you like Agent May's kind of maneuvers on the ship. That was an Agent May move when she flipped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's a great actress.
I love her. She's awesome.
She was one of the highlights of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as far as I did watch it, and I really was happy to see her pop up in Star Wars. So
yes, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I like the dialogue between the two. I think they, complement each other pretty well. And she's legit badass. Like,
oh yeah,
which I'm not complaining at all. I think what he's doing makes
he's
sense.
Healed now. He hasn't been healed. He's healed out of the tank now. He's officially healed from all his. Plus, he had that acid when he went back in the Sarlacc pit to go find his armor. Because someone asked me today, I think it was Craig, asked me, Bubba, what? And I believe I said Craig. I said when he came out of the Sarlacc pit the first time, he didn't know where he was at, and he didn't realize anything, and he didn't realize that the Jawas beat the shit out of him and took his armor. He didn't even realize it. He thought the armor was still in the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a question I had, and then I kind of forgot about that till now. Okay.
That's what I. But also, the scene in the casino was fucking awesome. Did you guys like that?
I'm trying to think of which scene that was. Sorry.
Carsantin.
When he grabbed that.
He was drinking.
Oh, yeah.
He was drinking, and those guys were those.
I mean, that's
I don't know what. Yeah.
That's a cantina, right? It's not. Okay, it's not a casino. What
casino? Well, they're gambling.
Were they? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, those reptile. Maybe. I don't know the alien. I'm so sorry, people. I don't know every Star Wars whatever. But the reptile people were gambling, and he went over. He got pissed off.
Oh right, yeah. He was watching him from afar, but I really didn't know what set him off.
But see, I read some back stuff about him. He's been operated on before, so I did not know that. And I know he tagged up with Darth Vader.
Yep.
Okay, but he also, if you see the marks above his eye across, and I don't know if they'll bring that, and maybe he will, because he got in a fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Kenobi fucking sliced him across.
Oh, wow.
So where do you think his loyalties lie at this point?
I think he's going to go with Boba Fett, and I think this character is going to be a version of Solo and Chewbacca in a different kind of angle.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he let him go in the prior episode, and you kind of could tell that was him building goodwill with them, and then they see each other at the cantina, and he doesn't say anything. Cantina doesn't say anything after he rips the guy's arm off, and they just kind of acknowledge each other, and that's it.
But that was brought back in an Easter egg from Solo when Chewbacca was playing CP3O, the chess thing on the first. I think and he said, "Wookiees don't make a Wookiee mad because they'll rip your arm off."
Yep.
So that was a playback to that.
Yeah.
Because I thought he broke his back until I threw that
I did too.
arm down. He's a Mayfield, no loyalties, Rob says.
Well, maybe you're right. I don't know. I see him kind of being swayed with Boba.
I just think that he's a big character now. They got him out there, and
he didn't make it far. I can tell you that. He just made it to the cantina.
But he was wanting to drink.
He wanted to listen to Fragrant Dan, which she wasn't in this episode. I was a little bummed. But
he didn't listen to Jennifer Beals, though. If
Nope.
she'd have gave him a flash dance, he might have not have ripped the guy's arm off.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I would. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Anyway, moving along. Anything else for chapter 4?
I think that's it from what I can remember.
Yeah, this has got to get better, right?
Yeah, I just liked how he killed all the bikers. I liked how he killed all the bikers in one little swoop, then work up a sweat. And that shows that he's still the most ruthless bounty hunter still in the whole galaxy.
When he needs to be,
When he needs to be, because
when it calls for it.
He's a little bit from the Raiders now. He's got that little bit of philosophy. He's open-minded. He's not like he doesn't have to kick everybody's ass. He sees a different angle.
Which is interesting to me because from what we've been told from the original trilogy and Obi-Wan Kenobi and everything, the Tusken Raiders were just savages, right? I couldn't think of the word.
You don't know until you lived life. You don't know.
Well, you don't know what you don't understand, right?
Right.
And, you don't get close to them, you don't understand them, and you get that. But anyway, this episode was better than the last. Hopefully, it continues to go.
Oh, it's just building up.
Yeah. But anyway, let's move along. Let's go to Peacemaker now, gentlemen. Like I only got to the first episode. All I have to say is I really enjoyed this a lot better than I thought I would. Even when you two were going back and forth about how much you like it, I'm like, oh, come on. I don't know about this. First of all, I can't stand John Cena.
I can't stand that. Yep.
he does a lot of good Make-A-Wish and a lot of
yes,
stuff outside
I agree.
of wrestling. I respect.
And we'll get bashed. We'll get bashed because we're all ex-independent wrestlers and whatever, and people thrive on how he does. And you are right, Mav. He does the Make-A-Wish, and he's all great.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish doesn't mean he's a good actor or a good worker in the ring.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit.
I think this is his greatest role ever.
I
think this is just. I liked him in the Suicide Squad.
It's what he was born to play, essentially.
He was born to play.
We talked about in limited edition that there are some actors who are just born to play that role.
Mm-hmm.
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, right? Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, right? There's just some actors that are made to play this. John Cena finally found his place in life, in my opinion.
Who would think it's John Cena as a douchebag?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But he's going to be a douchebag that saves the world.
I mean, well, you can see it already, and we'll only focus on episode 1 without too much from the other episodes. But there's going to be some emotional weight to this series as it goes on.
Right off of 1, there was
right.
Well, if you gentlemen don't keep me too late here, I can actually get to another episode in tonight. But anyway, no,
we're on a timer. We're on a timer.
You are on a timer tonight.
How long we got left?
We're 28 minutes in. So,
but honestly. The opening to the Peacemaker is the funniest opening of like any TV show in recent times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is funny.
You got Robert Patrick, the guy who plays his dad.
He's great. He's great.
The T-1000, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And I don't know how old he is. I'd imagine he's in his 60s at this point. Just dancing along in character.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And John Cena's like real robotic dancing. It fits the character so well. Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I can't stress enough what Robert Patrick is he's amazing.
And his character is going to be very, very evolved.
Yeah, wait till you get into the next few episodes, Gary. It's very interesting where that goes.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was in the same boat as you, Gary. And, if I recall correctly, I believe I was a bigger fan of the actual Suicide Squad movie with John Cena. Okay. I think you weren't completely sold on it.
Yeah. It's just kind of corny.
Right.
Me, but...
and I loved it. And, me, I'm all about cinematic universes, but I just don't have faith in DC.
Yeah.
And I was like, do we need a Peacemaker? Like after the hype of the movie.
James Gunn. Do you have faith in James Gunn?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I do too.
But after the Suicide Squad hype wore down, because that came out half a year ago now, and we were getting close to the show coming out, I was like, I'm not real excited for this show, Maybe I'll watch it, I'll give it a chance.
I knew I wasn't, to be honest.
And then and I was like, maybe I'll like it, but I did not think I was gonna like it as much as I do. It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's great.
His 80s love for 80s hair.
Yeah.
Hair bands.
The soundtrack's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love it.
It's all James Gunn stuff.
I really like that,
He's a badass. This dude is a badass.
I don't know, Baz should just him being him, like stealing her. I hope I don't do spoilers for episode 2. I might here, so I don't want to get into it because I watched them all 3 in a row, so I don't remember where one episode ends and one begins.
I wish I could have. I wanted more, but it was already.
But they didn't send them all out like I have like Doom Patrol and Titans. They're all put. Like Doom Patrol is like all out, so now HBO Max just might be putting a couple out so people don't binge watch. Which is
I think that, and like Doom Patrol and Titans, they're not at the same level as Peacemaker with production and audience, because this is a spinoff out of a huge motion picture blockbuster that came out over the summer, and you got John Cena in the main role. I think they're just treating it like it's a bigger show than the other ones, probably. Right.
Well, they're expanding that universe on HBO, and there'll be more, I'm sure.
Guys, refresh my memory. Did he have a sidekick, the Eagle, in Suicide Squad?
Okay. No, he did not.
Okay, so that's a new
That's
Eagly.
I didn't remember.
Eagly.
Eagly. Yes.
Shitty looking trailer. I'm telling you, man. It's like...
But it's got humor. It's got heart, action. Yeah. I didn't know it was going to be as raunchy. I knew it was going to be on par with rated R, but me and Jeremy almost sat down to watch it together.
Oh no!
And because he watched Suicide Squad with me, and there were some things in there that I wasn't expecting. That it was too late when that happened. But something told me, I was like, he didn't want to watch it right away, and I was like, maybe I should watch it first, and so he's not going to get to see this for a few years, but.
Well, that's how it is. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Well, just
perfect mix of everything, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But just for context here, I've been doing it all night, so I'll continue. Peacemaker, the first episode, A Whole New World, which is spelled WHIRLED. But anyway. It was 46 minutes, and it had an 8.4. Which, if you watched our limited edition, 8.4 is pretty good because that's what Endgame was. So that's pretty good. But also, I just wanted to check the Rotten Tomatoes score, and it is 94%, which is pretty damn good. I mean, let's think about it, guys. So,
Rob did say his dad babysit Eagly for him while he was in prison.
Yep.
So I don't know what he fed him. What do you feed an eagle?
You let the eagle eat whatever it wants to eat.
We might find out eventually. I don't know.
Yeah, we might.
So,
but pleasantly surprised.
Now, did you see where him and his dad went in that room?
At the end.
In the room?
At the very end of one.
That closet expands into like a whole warehouse.
Oh yeah, well no, he did that in episode 1, but at the end they were back in there.
Right.
That was it.
But that's something, because I don't know how his old man must be. I don't know. He's got to be a DC character. He is a DC character, but I don't know much about him. But then his dad must be like, James Bond is Q with all these weaponry and all that shit. But you go right into a closet in a shitty house and the old neighbor guy was busting Cena's chops when he was.
Oh yeah, that was funny, man.
Yeah, that was good. I like the part where he finally, gets his dad to laugh by telling him about Deadshot being scared of the rats and everything in the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah,
and his Robert Patrick's acting in that scene where he's just lose it and then he starts choking. And then he's like, "That's not the guy that shot you, is it?" And Cena just shuts up right away. Like we're laughing about it, but the way that character is written and the way Robert Patrick's playing him,
it's going to be
a piece
good.
of shit.
Yeah,
you can tell why Peacemaker is the way he is by seeing that interaction and everything. So,
and then you have the girl from the Orange Is New Black.
Mm-hmm.
She's she got hired.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and she's funny. She was funny in the Orange is the New Black. So she's very, very funny. And I won't say nothing because Mav's not up to speed. So
yeah, her name's Danielle Brooks.
Yes.
Yeah.
The actress?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know her name, but she's good. Like they have
scene. Go
ahead, Cable.
Well, no, you're on a roll. Go.
No, I'm not. I'm
okay.
Somebody talk. Well, this is a podcast.
The scene, Bubba's being bashful now. The part where they go out to dinner. Yeah, right? But the scene where they go out to dinner is really good. They all meet up at the restaurant and he's in full outfit or full uniform.
Yeah.
That's really good. And then I like when they're leaving and it's just him and her and he completely mispronounces her name. And she's like, what'd you say? The confidence he said that with is just staggering or something like that. He had no idea and he just blurted something out.
He has no social cues whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
He just doesn't and I know I'm bad sometimes, but I have a
I was gonna make a joke there, Bubba.
Yours is you just don't care about him. He's just completely oblivious. You just don't give a shit.
Well, sometimes I do.
No, you don't.
But I would never wear a costume to go get something to eat. Because I don't even know what he ate. He didn't even have much. He didn't order much.
Maybe you should.
I should, but I don't.
Because if you're taking whole hot plates off the dang buffet, I'd be hiding my face.
Well,
you never went out after a show dressed as the Bubster?
No. I did that one time. I dressed up like the Bubster. One time, I went up to Punxsutawney for the groundhog thing, and up there when it was cold, and I got interviewed with a Mexican radio station and a South Carolina radio station because they were like, "Who look at this dude?" And I was like, "Hey,
he's famous in Punxsy."
Oh yeah,
there you go.
He's famous in Punxsy. Yeah, I told you, Indiana County's favorite son.
That's the only time I ever I didn't. And one time I got a free Blizzard at Dairy Queen one time.
Oh, dude, that's a win.
Yeah,
I love Blizzards.
Yeah, I had one today actually.
Oh, see,
but
large.
Yeah, I did have a large
Oreo,
but yes.
See, I know. I know this man.
Yeah. I don't need any more because I'm huffing and puffing. But
I had one the other day, and it was what was it? It was like the blondie, but they only had it at the one down here near us. Apparently,
I don't.
On the side. But it was like brownie and cookie.
Oh, I just do
but
the
anyway,
same.
Very good. I am a fan of Blizzards, believe it or not. I don't need.
Well, you'll be a fan of Peacemaker 2 and 3.
Okay,
I'm telling you, it's good. And I wanted to say,
go ahead.
Real quick, they have 2 actresses from Orange is the New Black on both of these HBO Max series and DC universes. Okay. One's on Doom Patrol, and then now the one is on Peacemaker. And I don't know they're both very, very good, but I just don't know their names. But they are getting people from the Netflix series into these HBO Max series.
I'm sorry, you probably alluded to this already. Is Doom Patrol out yet or not?
Doom Patrol is out. It's on season 3. I'm only on episode 1. I mean, it's very, very. It's crazy. It's a crazy X-Men kind of thing. So they do have Cyborg in it though. So,
but not the Cyborg from the movies.
Not
DC's
the Cyborg.
A mess. Yeah,
not the Cyborg from the movies. A little smaller version of Cyborg, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, no, Peacemaker, very good. I wasn't expecting that.
John Cena's best role in and out of the ring.
Not that I don't take your guys' word for it, but
even better than him hooking up with Bella. This is still his best role.
I am kind of tired of seeing his ass in episode 1 already.
I have to. I have to, man. I mean, he just doesn't. This is like a Make-A-Wish guy. You know what I mean? Like he was like trying to hook up with he's going to hook up with his coworker. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. And then he gets that look from the girl from the 1986 Rat concert, you know what I mean? And
that turned to be an interesting night.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
At least he got
shout out
out of it.
To his buddy also, which, like I said, I can't remember where episodes end and begin, so I'm trying to say too much. But the guy that was doing the butt dance, working at the fast food place or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I think he's gonna be, I don't want to say an unsung hero of the show, but I think he's going to come out of nowhere. I don't know who the actor is. I don't know anything about him.
Right.
But he seems like he's going to be a great character throughout the series.
Yeah, well, I think, one of the best parts, and not because of this, but I'm going to say it like this so that you know exactly what I'm talking about, is when John Cena is singing with his underwear after he gets done doing his business.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. He's singing that song, and they let him roll with it. Like, it's almost the entire song. And then this crazy hag's creeping up behind him, with the knife. But dude, that was hilarious.
She didn't make him a sandwich, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not. Did not make him a sandwich. The one time, after a wrestling show, we did see Bubs, in an alley one time, doing the same thing that John Cena was, but
singing and dancing.
No, not that. Prior to that,
I played the fifth.
No, I'm just.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's a legend. He's a legend in Indiana County.
Look, I had a prior life, man. I can't be Bible thumping all the time. I mean, I just have to live my life when I was
even if it's singing and dancing in your underwear.
Singing and dancing in my underwear. Hey, whatever it takes. I wish I can't be as good as John Cena. If you do more
of that, maybe our views would go up.
I don't know.
There we go.
Well, I try, but we get these
karaoke. Elvis.
We get these people that we don't even know on our YouTube commenting on Ying Fang YI. I don't even know what that means. So, hey, Con, I loved you in rap.
Con Gray.
I loved you in Con. Wrath of Khan.
I've only blocked them like 20
I know.
times.
I appreciate it.
They just keep coming back.
Yeah, I love you from Bangladesh. I love you.
And
love you.
We thought we were the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're really down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we have 4 minutes left. Sorry, 3 minutes left.
Man.
Let's break down Moon Knight real quick.
Oh,
we're gonna bill you out because too busy playing with action figures and not enough movie trailers or movie reviews. So, but anyway, no, go ahead, take it away.
All right, so Moon Knight trailer dropped on Monday during the playoff game,
and the snowstorm of the 21st century,
right? Which is why I was stuck in a whole different town than I live in, so that's why I wasn't able to do the trailer reaction. I was pretty bummed about it, but the trailer was amazing. I was already excited for the show. And seeing footage of it, seeing a full trailer, this is probably number 2 behind Doctor Strange 2 for most anticipated of the year. Now, I haven't seen anything from Thor yet, so I can't truly say that. But this show is going to be right down my alley. I'm very excited for it. I love the setup. I don't know, if we want to go over. Mark Spector is the main character. He's Moon Knight. He's got dissociative identity disorder. I know. I'm setting it up for everybody else to just run with it. He's got multiple personality. You see that in the trailer, and he embodies the Egyptian god of the moon, Khonshu. Yeah, and that's why he is named Moon Knight. He is the knight for the moon. He wears white. Because unlike somebody like Batman, he doesn't want to stay in the shadows. He wants people to see him coming, know that they're about to get their ass kicked. Trailer looks awesome. Ethan Hawke looks like he's going to be intimidating. He's got a whole group of people bowing down, but I loved it. I thought it looked great. I cannot wait for it. Can't wait for the MCU figure to come out, I would imagine.
It's coming out next week, probably.
I hope. Very, very hyped on my end.
My only bitch about that trailer is I don't like the costume. It wraps around him. He doesn't put it on. He looks like Spawn. The costumes looks good, but that's Spawn. That's not how the Moon Knight costume is in the comic book world. He had to put his stuff on, and it didn't wrap around him like the bandages of the Egyptian god. It did not. That's my only bitch. I think it's going to be good. I think you're going to have to pay attention because there's a lot of Easter eggs. And the one Easter egg that I'm going to see right now before I get out of here is they had Von Doom on a package when he was in the van.
I didn't see that, but I saw him possibly beating up a werewolf, which that goes into his origins. So
that'd be Jack Russell.
Okay.
What do you think, Gary?
Just real quick, because we have 15 seconds left. That's usually what you leave me, though. No, I have nothing intelligent to say about it other than the fact it's another character that I'm not familiar with, but I'm very excited to learn about. Just like I said in limited edition with Guardians of the Galaxy, you just learn something new all the time, and it looks like it's fun, and I can't wait. The acting looks great, by the way. He looks
Oscar Isaac's phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah, he looks for sure, way better.
This is his third Marvel character.
Okay,
right. Are you counting Star Wars?
No, I'm counting Into the Spider-Verse. I'm
counting
Apocalypse,
yeah.
And I'm counting Moon Knight 3.
I thought you meant Disney.
I'm counting us the hell out of here. That's it, gentlemen. That was our 45 minutes, and you guys did a good job. We're only
we tried
22 seconds over.
22 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, sorry we couldn't talk about Moon Knight more.
Hit like and subscribe. Go back and watch us on the YouTube. We had a big mega cast too with Cordell Stewart.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna have I'm gonna have a follow up on the 2021 Steelers season here very, very soon. We also, Cable, tell them what you got real quick because I'll shut up right now.
I got a couple unboxing videos on the channel. I did an Alpha Flight box set, and I did a 2021 year in review of all the figures I got last year that came out last year, and which ones were my favorite.
I did see Alpha Flight. I watched it. I liked it.
Oh, cool.
I don't always get a chance to watch them, but I did want to watch that one. How long is the other one that you did for the full year? Is it like 5 hours long?
No, I think it's only about 15 minutes or
so. Did you actually record it again, or did you actually take clips from all the ones that you did?
No, I gathered every figure I got and put them on a table and just like guerrilla filmmaking, no tripod or anything.
was good.
Went over all of them with my phone camera.
You pan.
Yeah, you know, kind of talked about each of them.
Real quick, what was your favorite one of the year? One, you get one. What's your favorite?
Oh, Jesus. He only has I'm gonna say, shit.
I'm gonna say Stiltman.
No, it's got to be one of my top 4 though that I picked. Probably my Sam Wilson Captain America from Falcon and Winter Soldier. Ooh. It's a badass figure.
I did like your little guy in the Alpha Flight one. What's his name?
Puck. Yeah.
I don't know anything about him, but I'd like to learn about him. I liked him. He was cool.
Yeah,
next time you get on, I'm gonna quiz you. I don't know. I don't have nothing. I don't know.
I thought it was a cool little guy.
The scale of it is awesome.
Again, I knew nothing about Alpha Flight up until that point too. So learning all kinds of stuff from you gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Useless, but lots of stuff.
Most of the stuff in my life is.
There he is.
That's awesome. He looks like a little professional wrestler.
But he But he also got the strength of a normal human being.
And in his, he bounces like
he's acrobatic. Yep.
That's interesting. Very cool.
Okay.
Anyway, we real quick, we talked about Cable having like a gazillion action figures. How many comic books do you have, by the way, Bubs?
I only have close to 9,700 and some.
Okay, well, I want the exact number for next time, so do some homework.
I have it, but we don't.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I have an app. I have an app.
See, there you go. See, he's organized.
I have 9,683.
I like how he said only. Also, by the way,
I thought I had more when I moved out of my house. I thought I had a lot more, but
your dad was he was sneaking into the burn barrel.
I don't have 10,000 yet, and I probably got maybe 50 of them not calculated, but I will have 10,000 probably by the end of this year. Probably.
That's awesome. Need to keep getting some and making videos.
I have some. I just got to. Yeah, Steelers stuff was taking a part of my time.
Well, you're gonna have some time now.
I know.
Interesting news. Like a lot of stuff. It's getting interesting with the quarterback situation. A lot of good stuff on the radio today. A lot of like, not backstabbing, but a lot of like, interesting comments. A lot of interesting comments coming out of the
juicy details.
Yeah. Dante Johnson. Well, you missed a couple of balls. You can't catch everything. Look, man, you're not a number 1 receiver in my eyes right now. So that's just my and I'll bring it up when I do my year in review.
Again, if he's not our number 1, then we don't have one.
We don't have one.
That's my.
We don't have one. We don't have one.
All right, gentlemen. I'm looking forward to the Steelers thing. I might join you for that eventually.
Oh, anybody can. Yeah,
I think you should invite all your friends. Right, you should get Jim Tiger. Bill Alexander, just slowly bring him in and out, and let's talk about Steelers season. I think it'd be a good time.
We could do that. I think it would be
invitation, gentlemen. Let's talk about the Steelers season and wrap up and have a good time with that. So, all right, guys, we're out of here. I will run the outro, and we will be gone. Thanks, guys.